What's going on, everyone? For this week's video, I'm bringing to you Grogu and his delectable frogs, more specifically Sorgan frogs. This diorama is a depiction of Grogu mastering the force technique of suspending frogs for his own personal belly gains. I think everyone would agree, Grogu is a fool, a cute little black guy baby face fool who we can't help but adore. This world needs more Grogu and I'm doing my part. Now onto the build. Here is me cutting up a piece of foam to create some islands that Grogu will stand on. This is a little scene of the swamp from the Book of Boba Fett, where Grogu learns to use the Force to eat frogs. Let's glue these babies down. Now I'm going to use this hot wire cutter to cut some more realistic shapes, trying to make them look like rocks, essentially. I can smell that burning foam right now. Just kidding. Remember to take all the proper safety precautions when doing work like this. Make sure you mask up. Plants. Now I'm going to wrap this whole thing and prep it for the whole plastering phase, which is a mixture of plaster, water, and Mod Podge, a classic recipe to create terrain. And I'm going to do this to prep the whole scene for the resin epoxy a little bit later on. Now to add some doodads into the diorama, aka some sticks, twigs, and rocks, gravel.
Many hours later.
This is where I fucked up. I thought I can get away by brushing on the paint for the whole terrain. As you can see, it looks terrible. So what I did next was stop myself, remove all these plants, and then airbrushed it and put the plants back in. It turned out a lot nicer. One plant, two plant, three plant, squish, 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 squish. There you go. This whole diorama is lacking some color, so since I've painted everything that same color, I thought I'd brighten it up with some more rocks. Then I'm going to lay down a top coat of a thin layer of resin just to make sure no micro bubbles form before the real resin comes in. These are frogs that I 3D printed for my Elegoo Mars Pro 2. And these aren't the real Sorgan frogs. They have one eye, so I'm going to cut their eyes out. Time for a quick commercial break with some Grogu! Toy on opening. Let's turn these frogs into mono-eye frogs. I don't know, these are looking real sus. The hell's going on? Who are these guys? Now for the real resin, I'm gonna mix in my part A and part B. Now to add some color, I'm gonna make this whole thing green with some liquid dye. Not green enough, more dye please. Fill her up. Looking pretty good. Looking kind of swampy.
3 days later.
Boy, am I glad I added some extra layers of this painter's tape. Pretty sure it would have leaked it if I didn't. Now as you can see, the spots where the paint got in contact with the resin, it's a little rough. If I had to look back in hindsight, I would have done that differently. So as a result, I'm gonna have to sand those parts down, wet sand specifically, and then at the end use some polish to clear it up. Not so bad. I really need to get one of those flocking tools to lay down this terrain like grass and stuff. I didn't have it. I'm gonna use my fingers. As you can see, it looks terrible, but lesson learned. Maybe next time I'll do that. Now to frame this baby up by painting that foam with that classic frame color black. And that concludes my video. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you aren't already subscribed by now, please do. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out my other Star Wars video, like my Boba Fett escaping the Sarlacc pit video, Kylo Ren and Rey's Force Vision, and my Mando Mudhorns video inspired by episode 2 of season 1 from the Mandalorian series. Thanks, see you next time, bye.